Hello, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds, where we continue to explore Gorgon, and we find ourselves in the office for creative incubation after we have explored quite an extensive part of the surface. We have found Charles, who was armed with a special delivery science weapon over here. With this beast that is supposed to shoot, explosives. What else? We also explored the mines, where we have found this coolant distributor, armed and probably very, very dangerous. Special head shield. Then we have also, Charles was also wearing defaced Moonman helmet over here, which, found also Bowler, but that does not seem to be very special. We found the body of Lucky Montoya. Trying to see enemies. I feel like these must be
If we've learned
turrets.
anything in our travels, it's that the fancier the facade, the darker the underbelly.
Yeah, that would be classics. So I'm trying to locate if there are any turrets or automechanicals nearby. Okay, that's the toilet, so that doesn't count. What was the reason to lock it though? Not much in the registers. Okay, at least we can find the terminal right over there. Right in the middle of the hall. The best ideas since pre-sliced bread. Bread with an error there. Okay. Welcome, W. McKay. Messages. From Goodfellow L, subject reception procedure and protocol. After some deliberation, I've decided to update your standard procedure and protocol while you operate the front desk. Commit the following to memory. Do greet visitors and walkers with a smile. Do mention Space's Choice brand products and services in your daily greetings. Do monitor and report extended lavatory breaks. Don't mention our surveillance and security system to arriving visitors. Don't talk about the incident. Don't let any auditors into the upper floor under any circumstances. Failure to adhere to protocol number 6 will result in a demerit on your permanent record. I don't mean to be harsh with you, McKay. You are part of our family too. Door lock. Unlock showcase. Wherever the showcase may... Oh, that would be all the showcase, right?
Spacer's Choice is unreasonably proud of their low-quality fare, aren't they?
Keep your aim steady and your trigger finger at the ready. Adrena time brings out the hero in you. Show your boss that you are proudly located in the bloodstream of the entire Spacers chosen tossball team. Adrena time, putting the performance in performance-enhancing drugs. Show your boss that. Don't let sleep rob you of your life. Cut your resting hours in half and double your productivity with Adrena time. Show your boss that you are right because you make Adrena time.
Okay, I don't want to switch the floors just yet. I'm curious what we might still find on this floor. Maybe I can get access to the showcase itself, right? Huh, flywheel. I was expecting this some kind of a secret door and or something. But yeah, that will do as well. Perfect game. I assume you are unique. Yes. Staring at the weapon long enough, you swear you can hear the roar of a stadium crowd cheering you on, hungry for more action. Who are you to disappoint your fans? 676 damage per second. That is impressive. Floor 2. Okay. Yeah, I definitely get the feeling that starting from this floor we will fight the security systems. I have no idea in what quantity or quality. Hey, these are just marauders. A Colossus is not very pleasant.
Flawlessly finished.
There is no one else on this floor? I mean, I will gladly take it, but it's pretty light, guys, don't you think so? So many nooks and crannies, and you're not gonna shove a terminal into each of them?
Easy.
Or at least in some of them. See, mostly, that's the owner of an eye that we used to get access here. Subject, on the latest on the latest test results from Human Inquiry with some additional commentary. Mr. Lawrence Goodfellow. Fortuitously, I have had the opportunity to review the latest test results from Human Inquiry. I agree with your and the committee's general assessment that these test results are unacceptable. The latest experimental sample of adrenotime demonstrates a 15 out of 17 possible symptoms in my rubric of dangerous, lethal, or otherwise high-risk side effects. I have sent a full report to your desk, the abstract of which is as follows. Adrenotime in its current state fails to meet the project's standards. By my calculations, Adrenotime users trade short-term improvements in productivity for long-term losses in productivity. Significantly, dead workers are unproductive workers. Whenever a calculation produces an unforeseen result, it is prudent to take a look at one's numbers. Incorrect numbers lead to flawed calculations. If the HIA's calculations are sound, then their numbers, that is to say, the drugs provided by chem labs, must be flawed. Your esteemed colleague. Further analysis on the fundamental problem undermining our operations with additional suggestions. Mr. Lawrence Goodfellow, I have not yet received your correspondence regarding my previous letter. I can only assume you are still, to deploy a parochial colloquialism, chewing over my commentary. I have several additional insights which I have collated into an itemized list and sent to your secretary. Here is my summary. I believe the root of the problem lies in the chem lab. As I mentioned in my previous letter, incorrect numbers lead to flawed calculations. The problem must therefore be found in Dr. Jasper Lowe and his stewardship of the chem lab. Dr. Lowe is a notoriously lackadaisical and careless manager and, pardon my language, a poor scientist. ChemLab must provide HIA with a safe, high-quality, carefully refined drug with which to conduct tests. This slapdash artless high-risk formula ChemLab has been delivering to HIA can only result in unacceptable test results. I understand that safety and high-quality development are often antithetical to the corporate strategy of Space's choice, but in my life I have found that the perspective of an outsider can be helpful. Awaiting your response. Encouraging words on the nature and practice of leadership with additional insights. Mr. Lawrence Goodfellow, your response to my previous two letters are conspicuous by their absence. Based on my analysis of your personality type, dietary habits, patterns of speech, and mode of dress, I must conclude with reasonable certainty that your silence stems from trepidation and anxiety. If I might presume to offer you some advice cultivated after years of living in Byzantium, may I suggest that your anxiety stems merely from ignorance. Ignorance is the easiest of vices to rectify and requires only learning and heeding the advice of one's betters. The success and failures of any project depends on the readiness of its constituent staff to perform their mandated duties. Scientists perform experiments. Researchers research. Managers manage. When one of these roles acts outside of its limitations, chaos is introduced into the system. Take heart. You need not fear the burden of management. The secret of good leadership is strong oversight combined with careful, fastidious, numerically driven, and scientifically supported management. The turbulence experienced by this project is emphatically not the fault of the OCI. However, it is the role and duty of the OCI to fix these problems. Ours is the only department capable of righting the ship of innovation in the waters of chaos. With paternal affection, Mr. Clarence Mosley. Bruh. This guy really justifies the name Mosley. Department of Strategic Branding, sorry. From OSI Cerebral Committee, unacceptable results. The OSI Cerebral Committee has hereby decided by unanimous vote that the recent test results from human inquiry and auditing are unacceptable, untenable, and unsatisfactory. This message is an informal expression of our dissatisfaction which will be formally declared by memorandum in the near future. While the committee recognizes the marketing potential of insomnia and chemical dependency, the remaining side effects described in HIA's latest report are incompatible with the OCI's vision of the Adrenotime product. Corporate auditors will expect to see a product that dramatically improves the long-term productivity of Space's Choice workers by reducing the need for rest and mitigating the effects of long-term melancholia. The product delivered to HIA includes induces psychosis, violent behavior, paranoia, and alarmingly, disobedience. The OCI cannot accept a product that transforms long-term users into dissidents. The damage to our corporate image will inevitably benefit our rivals at Anti-Clio. From Goodfellow, relax. To my colleagues in the OCI Cerebral Committee, I share your concerns but not your alarm. In times like this, I encourage you to recall a passage from our Spaces Choice user manual. The failures of subordinates must never become the failures of leadership. Scum. Spaces Choice user manual. I love it. The meaning is simplicity itself. HIA has failed to deliver acceptable results because they have failed to perform their professional obligations. My esteemed colleagues, you and I possess a number of law-given qualifications, but we have not been relegated to lab coat work. Let me reiterate, we are not test tube jockeys, we are leaders. HIA's purpose is to deliver test results. Our purpose is to deliver a quarterly report. I'd like you to reach out to Miriam Kumara at Strategic Branding. Have her team clean up HIA's report. Trim the fat and tuck in its guts. Make it look presentable for our auditors. Data presentability and empirical hygiene. From Kumara, okay. Cerebral Committee. My team and I have finished reviewing HIA's latest experimental report. We believe the failure of this report is manifest in its flagrant disregard for company-approved language. To that end, we have drafted a revised report edited with language consistent with the Spaces Choice company vision. The HIA's original report mentions clear evidence of dangerous side effects associated with using the adrenotime product, including but not limited to paranoia, violent confusion, chemical dependence, and dissident adjacent behavior. We propose the following connotative revisions: dangerous side effects, exciting collateral benefits, paranoia, dramatically heightened attention, violent confusion, physically assertive behavior, chemical dependence, metabolic compatibility, dissident adjacent behavior. Any mention of dissident behavior in this report may encourage dissidence. Recommended cutting this phrase entirely out of respect for our readers. That's a lot of text and also a lot of bullshit. But I mean, you aren't surprised, are you? I'm just going around reading stuff and this guy is just cooking a spread there. Personalized security terminal, see mostly. Turret status active, hallway is secure, distant threat minimal. Reverse intruder definitions. What does that mean? Would that deal with the marauders instead of me? I mean, it would be nice, eh? Huh.
I wonder what corporate drivel they shoveled in here.
About your test subjects, I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where did it come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do.
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent. Well, that's a social good, don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
They gave their lives for the corporation. I'm sure their corporate masters were appreciative of their sacrifices.
Yes. I expect to have more marauders over there.
Rindale, take out the trash. Contaminant.
Nice one, Captain! I'll take care of them!
Find you!
I'm on it!
News, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Oh, I sure hope so. Because that was not very clean. But because I got greedy, I decided to take another guy immediately after the first guy. And that just ends badly. And we've once again proven it. If you're going for an elimination of enemies, at least have some decency to be patient about it. Okay, creative inebriation. Okay. Feeling lethargic after a long day of creative incubation, having trouble shooting down the bird of inspiration, let Space's Choice help you steady your aim. A selection of company-approved libations are available for purchase. Medicate your creative paralysis with Space's Choice Zero-G Brew. All purchases will be deducted from your pay. Okay. Trouble deciding on a font for new department letterhead. Ordered a Zero-G Brew. Wrote 12 good words today, but can't figure out what order they should be in. Ordered 3 Zero-G Brew. Brainstorming ideas for a new flavor of Saltuna. Ordered 1 Zero-G Brew. Still having trouble deciding on a font. Ordered 3 brews.
White, clean, lethal.
And that is the place that we have seen from all the way over there, right? Auditorium. Terminal access security notice. By order of Warren's Goodfellow, Auditorium projector room must remain sealed until further notice. Please answer any inquiries by visiting auditors with the following pre-approved message. Mr. Goodfellow is excited to inform you that our projector room is undergoing upgrades in preparation for our grand quarterly report presentation. We thank you for your patience. Please return to the reception desk and request a complimentary bottle of Zero Brew. On auditing. If you are reading this memo, you are designated concierge of this auditorium. Please commit the following message to your memory when guiding auditors along a tour of our office. What's an auditorium? Space's Choice Manual of Definitions describes an auditorium as a place where auditing takes place. Here you will enjoy all the familiar low-cost, budget-friendly amenities that makes Space's Choice the leading brand in affordable entertainment. Satisfy your posture in our semi-reclining chairs, enjoy a moderately cold bottle of Zero Brew, relax as you enjoy this special presentation of the Project Gorgon Quarterly Review brought to you by the Office of Creative Incubation. No report this quarter. Everyone, I'm going to be blunt because I want you to understand the gravity of this situation. Someone or several someones sabotaged our quarterly reports. They're all gone, irretrievably damaged. The cerebral committee is putting their heads together to come up with a solution. We hope to have one before the auditors arrive. In the meantime, here's what I need you to do. Do not, under any circumstances, talk about the sabotage to anyone outside our office. We need to soften the language. Studies show that a repeated use of the word sabotage can incite sabotage in people who lack moral fiber. I'm not taking any chances. I need you all to come up with an alternative way of describing the sabotage, something like the incident, but not so obvious. We've received all your suggestions. After much deliberation, the Cerebral Committee has unanimously voted to refer to the sabotage incident as the incident. It does not sound super creative to me, to be honest. Oh, a drone.
Your back, here they come!
Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
I sure hope so, Sam. Yeah, but that was very funny how I stumbled upon the Colossus and I'm like, oh, are we not done here yet? I mean, I may call it funny, but it was actually dumb. Are they friendly or are they not very friendly? I'm surprised where this thing went.
Teach this one a
Good
lesson.
job.
I got this.
This area has been sanitized.
A fight on our hands.
How did this
Shines on
guy
us
miss
today.
all the action? How is that possible? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. But I do find it extremely peculiar. Okay, let's proceed upstairs. Floor 4. Come on, go away. Archives of Secretary Goodfellow. Herbie, take a memo. Actually, hang on, let me get a cigarette. Alright, take a memo. I want to personally walk down to HIA and wrap my hands around the necks of every single lawful-seeking excuse for a researcher whose indenturement contracts we were stupid enough to sign. Who signed those anyway? Were they drunk at the time? Why are we hiring researchers who can't deliver the test results we want? Am I crazy? Is this an unreasonable expectation? Is supply and demand a foreign concept to these people? When I request a zero-G brew, I expect a moderately cold glass of something reasonably alcoholic in my hand, swept with the Space's Choice brand. When I request test results, I expect to see scientifically proven, medically verified evidence that adrenotime is a miracle drug. I didn't ask for a long list of dangerous side effects. I asked for adjectives. I can't turn high rate of violent confusion into marketing copy, Herbie. What in Law's name am I supposed to do with side effects include paranoia and suicide? HIA just screwed us with our pants on. The Cerebral Committee is losing their collective mind. Now I need to go pat them all on the shoulder and wipe away their sad little tears and tell them everything is going to be alright. Why are you still typing? Don't put that down, I was just rambling. Herbie, take a memo. I'm getting real sick of Clarence Mosley. Remind me again why we brought him on this project. He's not part of the Space's Choice family. He's never been a part of the Space's Choice family. The Mosleys, what do they do again? Oh yeah, they peddle furniture. I'm a manager at Halcyon's most recognizable brand name in affordable goods and services. I don't need management advice from some guy whose family designed my footstools. Actuaries should stick to actuarial work. Don't go advising me to turn the screw on just below and those lab coats at cam. I know what I'm doing. Hang on, I need a cigarette. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, take a memo. We need to turn the screw on just below and those lab coats at cam. I want you to draft up an official order. Tell Cam, hang on, let me think. Yeah, tell Cam they need to file 1 in 10 researches, and that we're slashing their deadlines in half. It's a Roman solution. We could learn a lot from them, the Romans. They pretty much invented discipline. For inaudible sake, all our quarterly reports, all of them, gone. Hard copies, terminal data, it's all gone. What kind of a sick degenerate mind destroys quarterly reports? We've got a surprise audit scheduled. What am I supposed to show the auditors? I need to send a message down to the receptionist. No auditors allowed. And I need to talk to the committee immediately. Why are you typing, Herbie? I didn't ask you to take a memo. Delete this. Hey, are you listening?
Commencing.
Ah, that was surprisingly easy.
Executive level jobs require SAM units more time
Flurry.
to complete.
I mean, don't mind if I do. I mean, red banded fedora. So, makes the worst winter storm look like a light drizzle. The longer it rages, the faster this weapon will bury your foes. Nice. Okay, admin functions. Unlock synthesis and manufacturing center. Sure thing. Procedure interrupted. It is placed over under emergency lockdown. Override it. Okay, I need authorization from senior staff at Chem Lab and Human Inquiry and Auditing. Please visit Transmission Tower Alpha for staff directory. Status. Okay. Messages. Incoming messages. From Ambrose. Seize all recordings, high priority. Bring them to me immediately, and for God's sake don't let the journalist off the asteroids. You think you can hide from me, you little twerp? I know a serum that will make you feel as if you lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours. How would you like to spend the night in waste processing? Cheers, Ollie. Toxi-free rebranding. Change the name Lawrence. I don't care if the in-brand simpletons at headquarters were just having a laugh. Customers don't know what it means. You may choose from the list of acceptable alternatives. Absorbatol, Automechs, Bindatron, a medicine. Outgoing messages. If you are receiving this message, I am currently unavailable. In my absence, I have instructed my secretary Herbert Harrell to reply to any incoming messages with this pre-approved response. Dr. Ambrose, great timing. I was sending Herbie over to your department with the preliminary production schedule. As with so much of the work we do at the OCI, the design of a production schedule is more of an art than a science. The timetables and milestones are less contractual obligation and more aspirational cartography. Respectfully, Lawrence. Archived messages. Radio documentary participation. Lawrence, this is a waste of my time. The last thing my team needs is a fleet of gadflies descending on the labs and asking questions. We're months behind as it is. However, because Lucien demanded it, I will consider the program's request if the following conditions are met. Lucien guarantees me the right to review and approve the recordings. The journalists are confined to Gorgon for the duration of the project. It could be years. Make sure they understand that. If they leak the details of our work to the press, I will put a hit on them myself. I know people, Lawrence. The journalists bunk in shipping and receiving. We can't have them fraternizing with the project staff outside of their scheduled interviews. These people are our enemies, not our friends. No one will be coming down with an acute case of friendship on my watch. My team will not be held responsible for the inevitable delays this tomfoolery will cause. The only individual who will be working overtime on this is you. Deleted messages. Production schedule. The schedule you sent me must be a template of the work of an intern because it's patently insane. We are nowhere near to hitting Lucien's proposed milestones. Branding's hopes and wishes won't magically change that no matter what the corporate office says. My compound is months from viable, Lawrence. It kills people. If you'd like proof, you're welcome to try it yourself. I'll even show you where to stick it. I expect to see a revised schedule before the week. This woman is ruthless. I've seen the brand managers sniffing about, Lawrence. I know your department is gearing up for a big announcement, and mine is the only project on this asteroid. Send me your intended production and release schedule immediately.
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about.
Hello.
You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here.
Who the hell are you?
Call me the Ghost of Gorgon, or its warden. This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot.
That's the best argument you got? Don't?
Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris and vanity.
This whole colony is a result of those two things. But marauders? Spacer's Choice really outdid themselves, didn't they?
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Well, we were hired to find the journal. Marauders aren't our problem.
At least not until they're gnawing on our faces.
Doesn't change what we are here to do. Yay! A level. Let's have a look. I don't remember what I was doing, to be honest. I think we were putting at least 3 points in these things. And I was slowly getting my leadership. Yeah, eventually we'll get to 20, alright? Oh, I need to select another perk. Hey. Well, given how rarely I shoot, this is not very beneficial, eh? I really don't like anything of that. Just none of it. I am slightly thinking about the collector, but just ever so slightly. There was some of them that just increased damage from the... Yeah, well, maybe we can do that one, you know. Okay, that's some really VIP observation deck, eh? Huh. Some rings.
Entering quiet mode.
Try me? Don't mess with us! I must admit, my curiosity is piqued, against my better judgment.
SAM units offer first-class cleaning to paying customers of any job class, even the filthy lower ones.
I have unlocked some elevator, didn't I? This one? Oh, makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, that was Office of Creative Incubation. And now we can move on. Let's verify that we did not leave.
I wonder how the comm tower we're looking for will push us lower into this pit of corporate wrongdoing. This all promises at the very least to be interesting. In a macabre sort of way.
I'm upset that the Canids are back. I do remember Mori's research site, yes. But I should be able to also just like follow this road, right? And maybe I will go slightly lower and over here. Yeah, that's the HIA marker. Don't need that. I think for now we just go this way. Interesting. Curiosity has the better of me because some kind of like passageway into the mine or something? Count me in.
Oh, pardon me, Sam.
Rerouting course now.
I have so little clue where we are going. Alright, so that leads me right over here. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. No, that was an accident. Accident, I say. Oh, that's a lot of chemicals and stuff down there. But one of you should be communications. No, that's not the communications tower, is over there. No idea what's over here. Let's check the other exit from the mine. Yes, you lead me just down, and then I can go along the canyon in this place. Alright. I think that I want to go to the communications tower and check it out first. And I would assume that this would be sort of the shortest route.
quiet.
I'm going.
They're neutralized. Unauthorized contaminant. Sam, putting trash in its rightful place for more than 70 years.
Sam, you are the best. Because you are aggressive, so let's just do the same for you. I think if I would just waited a brief moment, just an additional moment, and let the alert phase to go away, then then we would not have had any issues with the guys being entirely alert. You know what I mean? Some of them are easy to pick, but some of them like, no. Dealer's stash card. Officer Olson, I'd like to follow up with you regarding yesterday's chat. Now, this could be a whole mess, or this could be something we resolve quietly to the mutual benefit of both parties. Here's what I'm going to do. I've enclosed the key that unlocks a safe you'll find behind the wall panel in my room, in which I most certainly do not store that stockpile of adrenotime some howhead tipped you off about. Maybe some of that supply, which again I must stress does not exist, goes missing from time to time. It happens. There's quite a lot of it, and who's to say I count doses that carefully? I get new deliveries in all the time. My perfectly legal, non-adrenotime related business provides valuable service to my customers who benefit immensely from a product otherwise tied up in too much legal red tape like testing phases and human safety. Should my operation be permitted to continue as before, I'd ask that you hold onto the enclosed key for safekeeping. I think that would prevent any future issues between the two of us, don't you? Now, I'm happy to find this key, because I know perfectly what safe are we talking about. Print new security card. Enter valid passcode. No, bypass. Now, logs. Weber investigation closed. Following additional questioning, Frieda Weber cleared of all suspicion. No further investigation needed. Additionally, all future allegations against Weber are to be forwarded to Anne Olson, who will handle them personally. Other notes from today called to Chem Lab to investigate suspicious noise. Removed half of one test subject from outflow pipe. Changes to keycard protocol. A new lost keycard protocol. Log the loss, including date, time, and the card user before printing a new keycard at this terminal. New protocols should prevent Olson from having to print Carter a new keycard. Again. Get it together, Carter. Okay. Allegations against Weber. Received tip that Frieda Weber may be engaging in company-prohibited activity alleged to distribution of test product. Questioned Weber at her domicile. Further investigation required. Other notes from today flagged 2 crates of zero-G brew shipped in from Terra 2. Bottles concealed subversive propaganda. Destroyed propaganda immediately. Zero-G brew has been cleared for transport to Office of Creative Incubation cafeteria. Lucky bastards. My PC is cooking there, so I'm watching the temps. Sorry if I look slightly distracted. We have a key card, so let's go over here now. Chlorake. You interested? That is a decent haul, I'd say. Contraband. Another unique weapon. That's very nice. Did you know corporate security officers can seize your property simply by asserting it's been used in crime? It's not theft, it's civil asset forfeiture. Forfeiture. Never mind, you know. So if the enemies respawn as fast as these cannons do, then oh god, where was this place? Okay, it was over there. And there were 2 marauders over here, yes.
Fine kill.
Infested flechette gun. Directory. Locate facility staff. Name mostly Clarence. Byzantium Musgrave Collection. Do you imply that I need to go to Byzantium? No. I don't want to. Then I don't have to. What we can do is go back to the security checkpoint, right? Take an elevator downstairs to the canyon. Check out this place later. And then go further south to check out this place. Then maybe we can find a way to climb up over here, if not again elevator through the checkpoint. And then we also need to check this place, and then we'll go have a look at the HIA, because there is a maintenance entrance from the back, and I apparently did not check it out at all. But I think for now, no, I think for now we will save it. And I think we will call it a day. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that's the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. Hope to see you next time. Have a very nice day out there, and bye.